Welcome back everybody into another daily recap on our usual pair gold, Bitcoin and Eurodollar. Of course, the day is the 29th. We're coming towards the end of the month and the end of the quarter, which is tomorrow. We're going to start from a nice dollar index analysis, let's say. As you can see, did I even have... Wow, I had the chart up. Wow, so good. You see the retest, break above, very good, very good. I even forgot about it. But as you can see, I wanted to show you the real strength of the dollar coming from the start of September. It's been a full month of like two full points of dollar strength from 92 to 94. Of course, due to the tapering talks and these very strong tapering talks from the Fed. What does it reflect? This strength of the dollar. Look above these previous highs as well. We have this next PSA afterwards. What I'm expecting is a retest either of these lows, of these highs, or even of the key level, and then continuation up. As you can see, we are already having some sort of exhaustion. But let's jump on our usual pair for the daily analysis. So this morning on gold, what we were looking for was exactly what happened. So we were around here. We were expecting either a bounce of 1739 key level, move up, and then a rejection, medium risk sells at 1744 PSA, as you can see, slightly above, like 10-15 pips, but as you can see, then you have very strong confirmation. You have the confirmation of the trending. If you don't enter high risk here, medium risk, high risk here, you have the confirmation at the 1739 with a new hourly candle, 4-hour candle as well, making a double wick and then traveling bearish. You can have the 1736. This is an intermediate. I think it's on the 1 minute, so don't take into consideration. And break below, just straight melting due to the dollar strength. As you can see, break and retest of 1730. I think this one was 1730, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it was 1730, and got sells as well below here, 70 pips for a total of under 60 pips from the morning. On the 1 minute, as you can see, this is 1744 PSA. Then we have the 1730 key level, so it's already here. And then this other PSA. As you can see, charting the price action from the morning, we were coming above 1739, back below. It was on open with some volume. As you can see, we have started to connect some dots and create a support. We just draw it because we are seeing that price will react to it. But as you can see also here, price is reacting, is failing to break below and failing to break above the key level. So you wait, you have your price points. You have a breakout of the key level, but not of the previous highs. As you can see, we have the reaction. We have pre-London, we have the top break and retest of 1739 again, no safe entries. You go slightly above, but you get immediately corrected, and on downside, you react here as well, the same PSA as before. Trying again to break above, but still failing multiple times, as you can see here, but still what are the confirms are that you are failing to break below 1739 to make new lows, which give you some sort of hint and start getting your checklist of confluences for bias. You see price is making a new higher low, price is breaking and retesting this PSA. You can have some quick scalps, or you can wait for the main bias. So unless you really entered at 1739 very here, the very high skyward here for the top of the trend line, for the multiple top of the key level, then you got a nice range. You got like 50 pips. I see no entries here. Yes, there's a continuation of the trend line, but I don't really like to trade just the trend line. So you can see if I connect these two, it will extend to here. Here you have multiple taps. You have retest, no retest here. You have some retest of this level, as you can see. So maybe the safest point was here at the break and retest of this previous price point, but it is for like 30 pips. We have 17 pips, 20, 18 pips for the PSA that we're looking for. Remember, your bias is to see these price points, this PSA, as the supply zone for the sells. This is from the plan. You are waiting for to see where it stops to then take sells. So you see that price is exhausting here, buyers showing exhaustion, and you see start to see a top break and retest the PSA. We are in pre-New York. You have the New York open. Let's see what time did it open. Here, as you can see, you have the top. Taking into consideration, because this is what happened also at New York Stock Exchange. So we have this top pre-New York failing to break. Then you have a little bit of pullback. You have New York open. You don't just imagine price going straight down. If you saw a little bit of the market, you expect a new hour top wick being created, which is very, very small, but is this one. The new hourly top wick failing to break this previous PSA. This is what you want to see. And you start adding confirmations. So you have the checklist, your checklist says, okay, checklist. One exhaustion of buyers that returned PSA, which was here. Way below and very bullish structure. Yes. New York open, top wick, failing to break PSA. New York volume pushing price. And okay, I will leave it here because now you can see where do you want to enter. You want to take high risk, high reward entry sells. Here you can, but as you know from the various daily recap that we did, price will almost always give you safer and medium risk entry, which might be here, when you see, okay, when you see here, you see the first reaction at this previous PSA, and then you enter when you see price breaking below this PSA. Other possible entry, you have a perfect retest of this PSA. It's a perfect retest. Exactly, you use much safer entry. There you go. And then you have price going down. Of course, this is exactly the PSA that you charted from the morning. So this entry is still 37, 38 pips. So as a scalper, you are very good to go. The high risk reward entry is 60. And this one is pretty much the same as it would be like 40 pips, 42 pips. Then you see price ranging. Until you have the New York Stock Exchange opening here, exactly here at these lows. And you know that before New York Stock Exchange open makes its move down, continuation of the trend, you have a liquidity grab at a supply zone, failing to break these previous highs. If you still enter, if you are still in the trade from here, you're still good to go. Failing to break structure, and then you see multiple taps. This one is much more impulsive, so you don't have that many entries. Of course, the safer entry would have been below 1730. I think there was a PSA over here, exactly 1726.15. As you can see, it was already pre-planned from, I think, I don't remember how long ago. No. Okay, from here. So this was this previous lows, this previous PSA after the market maker moves. As you can see, it was respected as the first stop today. That's why it was already pre-charted. You see price ranging. See, doing like a 50% pullback. Then you see triple top, head and shoulder, call it as you want. You see price here. You have the confirmation that price is resuming the bearish trend. You can take high risk reward sells that are rewarded from 1730, almost 90 pips. And from there, yes, the volume is dying, so you have just price ranging. But this checklist applies also here. You have the buyers exactly exhausting here and this order block. You had a break below the key level, as you can see. The New York Stock Exchange top week failing to break above PSA. The New York volume push price downtrend. So there you go. You have all the confirmations that you wanted. Here, after the triple top, you have a break and retest confirming that the price is resuming after more or less 50% correction of this move. You can see around 50% correction. You have also reacting at this previous PSA on the left hand side. Price is moving down and continuation down, so it's much safer entry. There you go. There you go. All the entries as per main bias. Let's go on Bitcoin. There you go. The trade idea were exactly the same as yesterday. Exactly the same. I swear to God, I just moved them from here to there. I swear to God. Same as yesterday. And the price did exactly the same. Reacting at this PSA, which I should be charting because it's getting very strong reactions. As you can see, all this price action. Nope, sorry. Yeah. Okay. And we want sells, safe sells below 42 to 20. We never got to these levels, 42 to 20 or below 41 to 50, which, yeah, only a few pips, but 41, look at the retest exactly on the dot. Let's jump into it. As you can see, from the morning, yeah, we are just in a big range, double bottom, reaction the previous highs, very close, Eurozone open, we're coming towards London open, still reacting, as you can see, at these previous highs on the left hand side, still failing to break below the key level. No, don't start doing this. Okay. Okay, let me just remake it. As you can see here, as you can see here, not really giving much more, but put it. We're in a big order block, almost always above the key level. Reaction, liquidity grab at New York. Exactly the same. New York open makes a lower wick than a top wick, goes and grabs liquidity over there, and then immediately pushed below. This is why you don't shift your bias, because it's let me put the PPLs. Oh, not this was really respected. Also here, this one was slightly above, and this is why you don't change your bias. You wanted the break and retest to go up. You never got the retest. New York Stock Exchange opening is same, more or less mirroring gold, and then just bearish move with the break and retest, the entries below this level as pre-planned, with the confirms of New York Stock Exchange volume never breaking above, and give you like 120 pips. Very good. Analysis playing out as per the main bias of the day and of the last few days, playing the dollar strength, as I showed you, this all dollar strength. As you can see, this was exactly pre-planned with a break and a retest, break, retest, and a continuation down, exactly as expected. Let's go on EuroDollar. Very surprising today. To be honest, we made a lower low, and now we are making a new lower low. Still the same, where I was expecting a break below, a retest of this PSA, which happened exactly, and break down. From the morning, I also planned a break below the key level, which would have given you plenty of course, as a scalper, give you 25 pips with 5 pips of stop loss. and as a intraday trader, you can have from 5 pips, you can have 100 of pips in a currency pair is a lot. As you can see here, the bearish trend is very, very strong. This was especially strong on EuroDollar against the euro. Blah blah blah. I know I'm missing a PSA. This one 16755. Seven five five 7 8. Okay. These were the cells below, and then we have 16.3. Okay, we have it. So as you can see, we were waiting for either break below this the key level, which was high risk high reward entry, the one I showed you and that I sent on the Telegram channel. You see very strong bearish action. You see multiple taps of the price sensitivity area that was pre-planned as a safe point, a sales point here exactly. 1675 safest below with intraday closures. You have the intraday closures. From there, nothing much to say. Let's see. After you have a wedge being created, as you can see against this level, you have a break and a retest and a continuation down. This pullback is not breaking structure. We are still very bearish. This was your entry for a quick scalp. If you are still in, you are still fresh, you identify the continuation of the trend. Take another scalp, and you got other profits. Another pullback, much higher than expected, but still you can take. Okay, below the key level, I will take an entry, and you take it, and you have a much clean price action, as you can see, with multiple entries available for you, knowing the bearish trend, as you can see. So you had high risk, high reward, medium risk is less safer. These are re-entries. This is a high risk scalp or quick scalp. These are high risk, more high time frame entry because we don't break above this previous PSA. Continuation down of in trend trade. We are not taking this high risk high reward, hoping that it will go up because we never know if we take this one here, price just reacts here and then goes back. Or here, you don't enter buys because if it reacts here, you only have too small of a range. That's why I like to trade in trend mainly. And this is it for today. Very, very strong dollar as a whole, and all the pairs against the dollar showed very, very, very weakness, all bearish, as you can see. So see you guys tomorrow.